So you can understand that how Mr. and Mrs. White were exchanging dialogues with each other, how they are communicating, how they Herbert was also making fun because they could not believe that 200 pounds could be given by the monkey's paw. And again Herbert went out of for his office, and then Mr. and Mrs. White sat for dinner. Suddenly Mr. and Mrs. White could notice that there was a mysterious movement of a man outside. And what happened, the man waited there for some time before the gate, and for some means stopped at the gate. Then with a sudden idea he just flung it open and opened up the path. Mrs. White brought the stranger, who seemed to ill at ease, into the room. So Mrs. White brought the stranger inside, and who seemed ill at ease means who was not very comfortable, into the room. He gazed at her furtively. Quickly he looked at Mrs. White. Then she waited patiently for him to broach the business. She was waiting patiently so that the man could say the business. I was asked to call, he said at last. I come from Moore and Meggins. He said that I was asked to call means someone told me to visit your house, and I'm coming from Moore and Meggins. Moore and Meggins was the company where Herbert worked. Is anything matter? She asked breathlessly. So she could not take her breath also. She could thought that something wrong might have happened. So she asked that what was the matter? Is there anything happened? Has anything happened to Herbert? What is it? What is it? Has anything happened to Herbert? What is it? What is it? What is it? Her husband interposed. So in the between, again her husband, when he saw that Mrs. White was so excited, he just interfered in the matter. They are their mother, he said hastily, in a hurried manner. They are their mother, he said. Sit down and don't jump to conclusions. You just sit down and don't jump to conclusions means you don't frame any idea, or you don't think that you have come to an idea. Don't do that. And you have not brought bad news, I'm sure. Again, Mr. White asked that. I think that you have not brought any bad news. I am sorry, began the visitor. Then the visitor was there to give any bad news. So he just asked, begged their pardon, that he was sorry. Is he hurt? Demanded Mr. Mother wildly. The mother thought that some accident might have taken place. So she asked, that was, yeah, Herbert not hurt or not? The visitor bowed in assent. The visitor replied positively. Hard, yes, hard, but he said quietly, but he's not in any pain. I mean, two contradictory ideas came here. He was hard, but he was not in any pain. Means he wanted to point out that Herbert had died. Oh, thank God, said the old man, clasping her hands. Thank God for thank. Now, this lady could not understand that what was the terrible meaning of those words. So she just clasped her hands and said that she was thanking God that something bad not happened to Herbert. She broke off suddenly as the sinister meaning of the assurance dawned upon her. So she broke down when she realized the evil meaning behind it, and what type of assurance he had given when he realized the meaning of the statement. There was a long silence. He was caught in machinery, said the visitor at length. So the visitor had said that he was caught in a machinery. Caught in the machinery, repeated Mr. White in a dazed fashion. Yes, caught in a machinery. They could not believe the thing. He was absolutely surprised, and it was said positively. He sat staring blankly out at the window. He sat staring blankly just out of the window, taking his wife's hand between his own. He took his wife's hand between his own. He was already only one left to us, he said, turning gently to the visitor. It is hard. So he was the only one left to us, means only one survivor, only one son. It was rather sad, left to them. And it was very hard for them to believe. The other coughed and rising walked slowly to the window. The other was also hesitating to convey such a bad news. So he walked gently, rose, and to the window. The firm wished me to convey their sincere sympathy with you in your great loss. So the firm had wished, means the company had wished, that he should express sincere sympathy in his great loss. He said, I beg that you will understand I am only the servant and merely obeying orders. He said that he would understand that he was just his servant and he was merely obeying orders. There was no reply, said the old man's face was white and her breath inaudible. So there was no such reply. Face was white and her breath was inaudible, means could not be heard. On the husband's face, he was a look such as his friend and sergeant might have carried into his first action. So inaudible on the husband's face was a look such as his friend and sergeant might have carried into his first action. So there was such a terrible appearance of the face, because since the face which showed the fear in the first action of the sergeant major, that same fear was there in the face of Mr. White at that point of time after listening to the story. Mr. White gazed with a look of horror at his visitor, his dry lips. It is faster. Moy and Meggins admit no liability at all, continued the other, but they wish to present you with a certain sum as compensation. So he pointed out that he wished to convey the sincere sympathy with you on his great loss, because there was a great loss as Herbert had died, and Mao and Meggins wanted to give the compensation, and he was just merely obeying his orders. And Mao and Meggins did not want to keep any burden related to the accident, and they wished to present him a certain sum of compensation. They wanted to give one certain sum. Mr. White gazed with a look of horror at his face. So Mr. White was totally white. Means Mr. White was totally pale, and he could understand that what might be the amount of money. His lips shaped words, how much. Now he could understand that the monkey's paw had taken away something in order to fulfill the wish. And he said that what is the amount? 200 pounds was the answer. The answer was what? The answer was that it was 200 pounds. Unconscious, his wife shrieked, and the old man dropped a senseless heap to the floor. So the old man was unconscious. He just he had just fallen on the ground, and he became a senseless heap. Senseless heap means he could not regain his consciousness. That man was a representative of Moy and Meggins. He came to convey the news, as well as the company's sincere sympathy to them that they had lost their son. And he had conveyed the news that Herbert had died in an accident, and he was there to pay the compensation on behalf of the company. As a representative of the company, he had given them that exact amount which Mr. White wished for, and the amount was 200 pounds. Now Mr. White became very scared. He could understand that the monkey's paw had fulfilled the wish by taking away Herbert's life.